Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Maz and today I'll be answering a very common question. And that common question is, why have I started this YouTube channel? So the idea of me running my YouTube channel actually came around mid-2018 when I was visiting Mercedes-Benz of Swindon, and I was talking to the sales team on the kinds of cars that they had on display, such as the C63 and the E63, and I think they also had an S-Coupe there as well. And the sales team was so amazed that they suggested that I should make my own YouTube channel. So I took their idea and I basically took it into fruition. And the reason I was in Mercedes-Benz of Swindon a lot is that A, I was studying in Swindon, and B, my dad was a regular customer to that dealership. So around beginning of 2019, I started uploading some videos onto this channel. This was before YouTube forced channels to have a unique ID, so it was just called Maz. And I would upload videos of me videoing cars, just videoing the outside, but those ones are no longer live, they've been removed. And the earliest video available right now was when I was introducing my then new to me Jaguar XF X260, and my videos back then were definitely nowhere near as good as they are now, and it was filmed just outside my college North Star campus, as that video I made immediately after finishing my coursework. But really, that was only the very early stages of the channel. I haven't really been taking it seriously up until about the middle of 2023. Back in 2019, I would probably only post once every month or once every 6 weeks. I didn't really have much going on. I didn't really have many ideas planned either. And I was slowly getting used to on how to film. And the following year, 2020, during lockdown, I couldn't really do much videos other than maybe doing the odd DIY video on my XF. And then in 2021, pretty much the same story. And in 2022 was when I bought my F-Type, so there's an unveiling video on that. But by 2023, that's when I started to post a lot more frequently, and I started to post every Friday from 6 PM, including this one. And that's because around tail end of 22 was when I had my graduation ceremony for my level 6 degree in business and management, and I have been going through various graduate schemes, but for the following 2.5 years I've just been getting rejected emails. None of them really took me for their graduate schemes. So that's probably what fueled me to make content a lot more frequently. Furthermore, when I bought my F-Type, that was when the channel really started to get more views and subscribers, and that's what motivated me to build the channel up even more. And ever since I've got rid of the XF, there hasn't really been many XF content made of the 260 generation. They're predominantly 250. And even on my channel, I have reviewed XFs, but they're all X250, so the 2.2, the S Diesel, the XFR, and the Sport Brake. So I am looking for another second generation to film, but I've yet to find one ever since. And linking to that, Jaguar content on YouTube is very minimal. I could have done BMW content, but to me, that market is saturated, and same with Porsche. I could do Mercedes, and I was thinking about getting an E-Class before getting my XF, and again before getting the F-Type, but obviously that wasn't to be. And I am still willing to make Mercedes content, as it's still not a super saturated market. There's still only like a handful of Mercedes content creators on YouTube. And of course, now that the channel is monetized, I'm now even more tempted to make content a lot more frequently, and also take my F-Type to Jaguar related services and see what their services are like, such as LR retrofits and LR chip. And then this neatly brings me on to a related question: why have I made Jaguar content? I've more or less answered it already. It's because there's very little Jaguar content made on YouTube, and I've had 2 Jaguars ever since. And YouTube algorithm seems to prefer me to stick to Jaguar content. I'm still keen on making content on other manufacturers, but if I had to pick a second manufacturer, it has to be Mercedes, just because there's not that many content around, except maybe for Remove Before Race. And one last thing, the channel is now Maz 500 because YouTube now forces all channels to have a specific ID. So after cycling through possible numbers, which seemed a bit too random, I landed on 500, thought it sounded perfectly round, so I just stuck with Maz 500 ever since. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me answer these questions that I get asked a lot. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are new, ring the bell to stay up to speed, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!